Yeah, another wonderful day, another fine day. We'll get together and have conversations. We'll get together and talk. Or we'll get together and talk about things that are important, things that are happening, things that are um, it is necessary for us to have as conversations. We are a community, and whether we like it or not, we must be doing everything possible to move us to where it's not only going to be fine, but it's going to be better for our kids. If there is one thing you and me wish, if there's one thing you and me prayed for, if there's one thing you or me wanted was for our parents, the people who came before us, to have made things good, lay a good foundation. So it's our responsibility also to make sure we push things to where we will feel like okay, we did something. Now on Sunday, yeah. So on Sunday, we had a wonderful conversation with the members. The members now a group of brothers. We the own young sports academy, and it was very insightful. I play ball for Cameroon. I don't always be for that football milieu, but for the first time, I had a conversation with these guys, with this group of persons, and they make me must see the difference between yesterday and today. They make me must see the difference between the way football was done back then and the way people they do football now. Guys, are we still echoing? For those who they watch, on a tell me a beg, if una dey hear me and if we dey echo, because we stopped the live earlier because it was echoing. Um, we stopped the live earlier because it was echoing. So wanna tell me if we dey still echo. I beg for comment section. Any person you watch, let me know if we are echoing. If una dey even fair hearing. Okay, say no echo. Okay, but the sound is okay, right? The sound is okay, I think. Okay, no, the sound is not fine. Um, so yeah, that conversation was beautiful. The conversation with the members was beautiful, especially because the team Young Sport they actually go through some really difficult phase, and people need to understand why two young men that can't take club, and then instead will take the club to a far more better place. Um, they they almost want to relegate the club. It was a fine conversation, and one thing I learned from that conversation with them is the fact that these guys understood their role and they understand their responsibility. They understand their role and their responsibility. So it's easy for them for even articulate what they will try to do and which way they go continue do, even if the team be relegated or not. That is one thing or one place I feel like in our community we struggle a lot. So many people they struggle a lot. I made a post today. I was talking about the back and forth with the go on for social media between this artist, this super talented artist, and the Oga win another talented artist. And I made a post because I never even watched the other guy live, but I don't watch snippets them here and there of him insulting people, disrespecting people, and saying all sorts of things. Something I don't really like, something I don't applaud. You understand? But at the end of the day, I saw the other guy who is supposed to be more of the bigger person. I see he responds, and then I was like, okay, maybe it's high time we talk about things like this. We address certain things here. Now, if we get a community where people don't place themselves in leadership positions, people don't put themselves for some role way, would expect them for do certain things and they know they do them, or continue to get the chaotic situation they will get them. Ma repeat wetin I talk. If we continue to live in a community where people don't occupy leadership positions, people don't occupy certain roles them, but then they don't even understand the responsibility where it come with those roles. We will continue to get a chaotic situation. We'll get and now for there you continue see so small picking go wake up insult some big man go wake up fight with some small picking. You see some kind of stuff the way you look and like it will be fun, if funny. I don't know if it's even funny. I don't know what is happening today. This thing, the battery, they already run down. Man, see what have you put on for charge? Yeah, so much is not going on. I don't know why. If anything happen again, we'll just stop the life. Okay. So, like I was saying, so much chaos going on because we get so many people they for leadership position, yet they don't even understand their responsibilities. They don't understand because I don't put myself here. No matter how young I be, no matter how old I be, now my responsibilities in this. I read the post where I make on today about the two artists in question. Give me 1 second, I just look that post. So I talk say for the post, I talk say okay, now they post this. I talk say for more than 20 years, Sami Diko and Petit Pays no dey see eye to eye. If you think say the problem was or nah, Sami Diko, then you the joke. Now many years this don't pass. Pascal and the organo they smile with each other. If you really think the problem is Pascal, I beg, go drag one breeze. Maybe your eyes go clear. If person really feed dog, then someday that same dog decide for bite you. Ask yourself what you didn't do right. When I learn to take responsibility, it go help us fix things sustainably instead of always wanting to push blames. Um, One of the things that I learned really early in life, where my mommy teach me very young, when I was really really young, now how to assume responsibility, how to take responsibility for certain things. Mommy push onto the extent way, he push onto the extent way, even when it be clear, say you be wrong, I go always find my responsibilities for which way happen and which make and go wrong, and then make peace with myself. If I have to apologize, I apologize and I move on. Any person who know me knows that I'm a very blunt person. I'm a very, very honest person because I expect every other person for be honest also. And now because I just know, like I grew up for no say, it is a responsibility for you to be honest. You understand? You're not gonna be honest because say they put you pressure. You're not gonna be honest because say, or because you want no. It's more of a responsibility, especially now. Where are they for the place who are they? Because I be Tory day. Because I get a media platform where so many people they come there. I get a media platform where so many people they can share ideas. For Cameroon in particular, if two people almost the same age, the young one go be humble. But when that young man gets more freedom, he go show that yeah, that's true. And it's still because people still never understand the difference between roles and responsibilities. If we really dig into and understand how for instance, like the life we did on Sunday, right, with Emma Mimba, you realize and say he come from my show. Now my friend, a person would only always talk. Now probably small man say for me. But guess what? I dey address it as Prezi. I dey address it as Prezi. Hey Prezi. Hey Prezi. Hey Prezi. Not na like because I dey fear ye. Not na like because he dey feed me. Not na like because if I not do so, no. Now because he already put himself for that role. And my number one responsibility now for give you the respect we deserve him. Call it that name. Call it the title where you don't achieve him. And then every other thing we follow. And then in response now also, you two get for understand the role and then the responsibility of that role. Because I don't they call you Prezi and then you need to behave like Prezi. And if you they call you Prezi and then you need to act like Prezi. Now for the way problem go start. You understand? Some artists where they under you, never they call you boss, never they call you this, that, and then you need to play the role of the boss. And then you expect me that picking continue to give you that title. I'm not talking to me picking to go out there and disrespect persons. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying people then go out there want some man or you. No. I just talk to you. If you don't decide to call yourself, say I'm a record label boss. Wait if now a role that you understand. Now wait to be the responsibility of you being a record label boss. I bet you 99% of the time, if you take some crown and then the responsibilities that you know one carry out the way it will be, the people that they under you will disrespect you. It's as simple as that. We see Antawe Samuel Etofis be the captain of the national team. He back and forth in Iya Mohammed. We see now he too nana. Now president for fake food, would you see it back and forth in a onana and what who them and who them. It is just as simple as that. Once there is a role, some position, and you decide, you know what, na me I be the kunkuma, na me I be the, guess what? People they start expect from you. And once people they start expect from you, what did they expect? They expect for you now because they just like you or because you get a fine face. No, they expect from you because now you don't choose to put yourself in that position. And once you put yourself in that position, it comes with some responsibilities. Once you know if you fulfill that responsibility, once you know if you carry other responsibilities, you'll get the kind of thing to get that on social media. I was doing a show the other day. I think that was like 1 week ago, and I was so angry. I was saying stuff and I was saying stuff. So my picking will grow for my face. It call me uncle. So then I surely still call me uncle. Guess what? For that particular show, he's right on that say, oh, I say I don't want to cost you. On that, he write some that kind of thing. Them. Me and you will know so will come out. If Pikin tell you I don't want to cost you, he already cost you. It was past me. The better man the Pikin even just open more cost you one time. If Pikin tell you, Grandfather, I don't want to beat you, he already beat you. For if I even feel, for if I even think, say I don't want to cost you, and it means say now me and the look and I like, oh, who be you two for one can't say one cost me? You want cost me? Say wait, see, no, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, okay, if the Pikin really, the Pikin don't always respect me. The Pikin way, it don't always call me uncle. The Pikin way, if he really get to that place where he really look me feel like say grandfather, if he cost you, it means say some responsibility they were not ignore them. It means say the Pikin may actually look me like some kind of person. You understand? If you don't put me for some kind of place, or I don't put myself in some kind of place where now so the Pikin may look me. But because say I need to fulfill the responsibilities of that role, now it make it feel like, you know what? It is okay for me to disrespect this man. And that was the whole thing about my post. That was the whole thing about my post. There is always a responsibility if two people concerned. For Cameroon, as my brother talk, once you pass the other man for one day, that role you don't already occupy as big man. And once you already occupy that role as big man, it comes with some certain responsibility. You never be big man hungry, do all we. You never be big man, I'm at the feed we too. You never be, no, I know you want to talk. No, you cannot say anything. You know if you talk. We all don't say for family meeting, for country meeting. When so small picking so the sense of baby man say me go buy mimbo, you go buy the mimbo come. Even till you say open away your teeth. You understand? So certain roles in the way once you don't occupy them, either by you making the decision so you occupy the role, or by coincidence, maybe by birth or whatever, you find yourself for that place. You not get no choice but for carry out the responsibilities of it. And if you fail to identify the responsibilities and carry them out, the consequences will be now waiting that disrespect, all the chaos so they get time for community. I use the case for Sami Diko and Petit Pays. If these two persons they don't go on like this for 20 years, and they can't show some place, Sami Diko, Petit Pays are sick, Sami Diko make video, put on social media, say, oh, I wish my papa, I wish my, not even my papa, I wish my grandfather speedy recovery, we pray for you, this and that and that. They show it some place, they interpret Sami Petit Pays song, and all man glad, and then down the road, Petit Pays can say, oh, Sami Diko mon enfant did, and Sami Diko go bang online, go to say no, and then be a picking. Where we all know, say, Sami Diko was part of the group of Sam Visa at some point in time. The question now, what happened? The question now, what happened? Now, if we want to go back to the origin of what happened, there was Petit Pays who was the boss of Sang Visa. There was Sami Diko who was just a student, who was just somebody who was learning. At that point in time, when that problem happened, now for who the responsibility be there more for solve the problem for where it no go drag for 20 years. The responsibility be there more for Petit Pays hand. He was a star guy. He was a star guy. He was the one that he was the one pushing the button. He was the one doing everything. But at that point in time, he decided to not play his role responsibly for solve the situation for where you know go prolong for 20 years. Now you don't leave him, it don't prolong for 20 years, and then the Pikin don't struggle on the own, so they don't suffer. So they don't become Sami Diko, so they don't become the so they don't become the best way that they call it to around the way they travel. And then now you want to show up and then just take credit like that. He could tell you, say, no, I never be a Pikin. You will drive me le far and be picking. Maybe today we one can recuperate me. I'm talking about roles and responsibility. I'm talking about roles and responsibility. Until we as a community will start the children talk saying, hey, if they picking, feel the talk for the big, and it doesn't make small picking they go to talk for big people. And that's not what I'm saying. But at the talk say, every time where there is a smoke, fire there for some site. If you really feel like I be feed the picking, I be do the picking this, I be do this, I be do, and then the picking at some point in time, it really shouldn't be like I feel crush you, I feel drag you for that, I feel do all the stuff them. Something they wrong. Either you need to be trained that picking fine, or you not train that picking fine. When I made that post today, so many people they comment. Some person can comment for the how we when you born picking and then the picking become thief and did that and then your responsibility. When you born picking, you if you care, you train the picking like some picking the day they want spoil, they go spoil and did that. I don't look, I don't laugh. Now the same thing now they talk. Us, we always trying to shift the responsibility. Instead for we for take responsibility, say, deep picking so no, it no will ever become thief man. I go do everything possible, even when the picking the 90 years. I go invest my everything for make me succeed. On the contrary, we already get a mindset of once thing the ones are rough a little bit. I leave me so many picking all this. Oh, naive. I don't do my best. I don't send you for school. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't do that. I say these things because right up to today, any man will know me. You know the relationship I get with my mommy. I have been in so many places, so many situations where I've already do things the way no so they train me. But because of the seed my mom planted in me, because of the mindset I grew up with, I will look baby people over their eyes so I tell and say, I no go do them. I no go do the thing. No so I grow. I no go do the one. No so I grow. And the one to I no go do and then so I go. Whether we like them or not, there is role, there is responsibility. Every time there is a conflict, every time there is a back and forth, every time there is a whatever, go look and find some person because of a role, whether they role at the bigger role or at the smaller role, don't decide for not carry out irresponsibilities. Like I said, I not there to say anytime where some big man knows something. No, now small picking your own even the smaller person get for understand your own responsibilities also. But wait at the try for tongue and say waiting. You will you be bigger, you will be on top, you will be in control, you will. Guess what? You get more things and you got more equipment in place for actually control the situation and manage them for way it no go be destructive. We'll take the case of the artist where they query now. The artist where they query with the former boss, right? You don't come online all this time, them can't say whatever thing you want to say. Talk any kind of thing you want to talk this, talk that, talk coach people, then that. People they should run, then they laugh. You don't call different artists their name back to back. I don't even go back for how many years. You don't call different artists their name. Blame them for certain things, blame them for all kind of thing. Will not ever hear a former boss can't say, hey, my student or my former employee or my former person I've work with, I not train you so. I not teach you saying I so life the work. I not tell you saying I so you do they do thing them. Stop them. You understand? Stop them. Don't do that. Don't disrespect people. Not no. That one not concerning. So long as the person never call him, he never hurt you for play with hot tea, it not concerning. But once the person crossed the line and mentioned him and started saying things about him, then he feels that okay, now I can talk. For according to ye, now for the way irresponsibility they start. Is that how it's supposed to be? And these are people we call leaders. These are people who have taken upon themselves the role of leading our community, the role of training the younger persons, the role of. Is that where your responsibility was supposed to start? Wait for him to disrespect you before you start feel like you feel calling out. What about the other people he's disrespecting? What about the other persons he's destroying? When were you going to say, hey, stop? Now, man, even go back for when he was still part of your record level, when he was still part of everything you were doing. You understand? If they do all of the things they do and I be do them back then. Maybe today that small man did so. What did you actually do? You even talk for your video, say, because of a character, I almost destroy your relationship and this and that. Did you actually come out as part of your responsibilities to not only educate him, but educate others, or use him as an example to educate other younger artists or other artists that they did for record label? Or we go just continue for, you know what? It already do one for me, man, should me quiet. And then the person go to work and do one for other persons. When I see what they talk about roles and responsibilities, we cannot continue to sit. Now, why that when I look at very well for Toride, if I say something, if I put on an opinion, and then some man can't coach me about my opinion, I did hardly really vex me with the person. No. I think you're going to respond for comment section because what maybe now you argue small, but I hardly vex me because I feel like not every person is responsibility also for call me out if I am actually saying or doing things that are not going to help our community. If you misinterpret your certain thing, I'll try to explain that for you. But if you come with the mindset of, okay, I already hate the man or of the man, that one I your own. But which I travel tongue and say, some certain people, they whether they like it or not. And until that people, they identify themselves and they not only recognize the fact that I don't put myself for the place. Now my role this, where I don't touch I go play for the community. And because of the role, now my responsibilities in this. That thing, it will continue. It will continue. We'll continue see the mango as when I call them. Dog don't feed dog where they feed them. It won't bite the master. Oh, when I don't ever ask on yourself, when you say the dog where they feed them, I see someone post today a lion, some person with the feed lion, and then after the lion they swallow it, and then they laugh about them. I just look at laugh. I say, you guys are so ignorant. You guys are so ignorant. We know 1,000 people they get lion. So many people they out there where they get lion, where the lion they chop them. Why not your own lion decide to chop you? Why not your own dog where you feed them decide to insult you? You don't ask yourself that question. You don't ever she don't too. Ask yourself, I say, but what you are doing? Because normally that is supposed to be the question. When you help person, when you do certain thing for person, if you really genuinely do something for person, and then it don't behave contrary to what you will expect, your first reaction will be now, what did I not do correctly? What did I not do correctly? I not train them fine. I remember very well when Tawab grow up when I strong head. Mama me, he complain be ever been a which I never do, which I not do correctly. Like really tell me, what have I not done? You understand? Now because he understands a responsibility, if something I never really do and tell me my do, what do you want my do? Tell me my do. Now person understand the role and you know say that role it comes with a certain responsibility. Picking if it come online, I call it picking for I'm probably older than him, far more older than him and whatever. Even if he come online, he can coach people, and then coach you. And then you as a bigger person, you as the role model, you as a person when even some of you now inspire this speaking, you as a person when the picking become for your house. The picking become for your house. You tell it, say, you show your clothes, they say, take any shoe you want time. You see how the picking be the shake, it is shiver. That was when you were supposed to impact that child's life. That was when you were supposed to influence that child's life. That was when you were supposed to take him and mold him into something else when he was hungry. When he was hungry. When he was in that position where, whoa, the man are God. The man are the now for day if we tell you say, hey, you see the two you do and so it could be this. I need to say you not tell you. I need to say you not tell if you be tell if you really did your best, if you be really push, but things that turn out the way they turn out. But like I talk, if you consider yourself a bigger person, there is always that responsibility that you did not push through when I make that picking no change. Now, so life day, what I would like or not. If you don't want it, go down, step down, make the person be under you, may the person not be your responsibility, may you not get any role over the person, and that's it. And you can live your life freely. And no matter when I don't notice some people, then only ever call them out for social media, right? So man, for my neighbor, when I don't ever call you out for social media, when I never ever call you, when I never coach my neighbor for social media, when I know why? When I know why? Because Una no know my neighbor. Una no know a role for our life, for our community. Una no know a responsibilities. Una no ever care about ye. But if me to read it, I come here and I say bullshit and I say things that you guys don't agree with, whatever, una will come after me. Most of it I even write down for comment section all the time. Oh, bro, because of the kind of platform where you build, we feel like saying their responsibility. You know if you do the kind of thing, you know if you talk the kind of thing. Why would they do them? Why would they do them? Now, because you already attributes a certain role for me, and that role comes with certain responsibilities, whether we like it or not. You cannot wait until he gets to you before now that time when you feel like, oh, now I need for talk. After I don't continue to destroy another person's, after I don't continue to hurt another person, say stop talking about assumptions. Papa said the born pikin, try everything, make the pikin turn out good, but still pikin spoil. You go talk, say papa no work. Yes, the papa no work. Whether you like it or not, the papa no work. If you born pikin and the pikin turn out to become a miscreant, the pikin turn out to become a bad seed, go check and find somewhere in there you did not do something. I need to ask you how to tell you. If you born pikin, whether you like or not, say you do all you don't do all kind of thing. You did not. It did nowadays for America, yeah. We have families, especially for those who work in America. We get people away. The master they work night shift. The woman they work night shift. The man they work night shift. Picking they remain for house. Tomorrow when picking they become something else. Oh, but we'll be try our best. We'll be put camera there for house. You value something else over your kids. And then tomorrow when your kids become whatever, you start to cry. The same thing with even our health. Every day people they read for back cigarette. Oh, the dangerous for your head. Every day we know say, oh, alcohol. But guess what? We still go and consume this stuff. And then when time reach, we start be like, I need to be over drink. See, man not preach Bible, but life generally be filled with principle. Life na a game of principle. 80, 90, 95% of the time, life na a game of principle. 1 + 1 na 2. 2 + 2 na 4. If you work at the go this side, now that's how you work a go. If you work at the go this side, now that's how you work a go. Now so life the worker. Does it mean the only thing he did for him was to give him his used pair of shoe because he needed him more and not his shoe? And now the thing that what the travel talk say, if you are placed in a role, if you don't put yourself for some role, right, but yet you don't understand your responsibilities. Now for the way you see say you the come for can address some situation, you the one to tell him how you gave him a pair of shoes. Because according to you, you're the only one proof for which say so. This was what you did for them. This was what you did for them. But guess what? There was more you could have done for that kid. There was more you could have done for that kid. Mark going as a simple example. Just imagine he came out and then he cried instead being aware, Papa got my fans, my brothers, my sisters. I want to apologize for all the way they happen now. I feel like it was my responsibility to change this kid. I had him for 3 or 4 years or 5 years. I feel like I should have done more. I feel like I would have changed his trajectory. I feel like if I be do this, maybe I will change it. I need to be the chaos. Like I talk, I need to talk say no make it effort. But guess what? Just imagine say he come instead for that video kind of talk and say, maybe I will do more. Maybe. The whole story would have been completely different. It would have been completely different. You understand? But for you for come instead and you blame the guy and then you threaten the guy, it says more about you and not him. So who are you blaming for this guy's waywardness? His parents or somebody that tried to give him an opportunity or platform? I'm really surprised that you're here condoning. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not condoning whatever he's doing. All I'm saying is I saw an opportunity for someone had an opportunity to change the trajectory of this guy's life and he did not do it. When I saw it, he says acknowledge me. He says acknowledge, say I try my best and the picky almost even ruin my own relationship and this and that. Very fine. But for you for come back, no one accepts, say, the conversation was supposed to be more of, I tried and it was not possible. I wish I would have done something different. I wish there was something I would have done. It completely different conversation. But when we come all the time, now my point is, when we come all the time, okay, now you ask me, say, was Mr. This man his father? You know, be then a father, why you go take you to give shoe? Why you go take you to kind of do things for you now your papa get for do am? You see why I talk say we as a community, the play we don't really feel now. So we never understand the difference between roles and responsibilities. You must not be the child's biological father. You must not be the biological papa or anything. But once you don't place yourself for some particular role for that person in life, you need to understand your responsibility. I'll give you a simple example. This guy comes out and is complaining that, they did this to me, and at this point in time, they were not doing this, they were not doing this. That guy not really owe you anything, but yes, because that guy can take you, put you for some certain place, give you the impression, say, Namina, you now should be my responsibility. Guess what? You start to owe him a lot of things, more than even his parents. That is just what I'm saying. I'm not saying he owns 100% responsibility, everything for the kid. No. I'm just saying he out in the video we make him. For can't blame for can't tell you how, when he become I give shoe, I give this, you use my studio, you do this, do that. Those are excuses. Excuses because deep inside you know very well you failed. The 3 years you had with this guy, if you had transformed him, if you took him and you molded him to something else, and you made him something bigger and better, the story never been now we do way to get her now. The story will be now saying man make it. The story will be, but now we don't fail. I need to continue to create chaos. You know one take responsibility. You be responsible for that chaos when you create them. You won't blame me. That is my point. And I'm not actually talking to this particular person. I'm just using this situation to point out something that is lacking in our community. I just use a particular situation to point out something way. I don't notice that I'm not be exempted there. You know they say me and they do am. No. Even me, so many roles than the way I don't put myself there. For instance, story day. People expect a whole lot from me, and sometimes I don't even deliver. Sometimes I don't. But guess what? It get for being my responsibility for tell people, say, hey, no, na me I be for do this thing. No, na me I not do am so. Oh, na me I be give, no, na me I not do am. Where if I be do the one, so I will do the one so now so that the outcome will get them. No be say I know very well saying I don't put myself as story day for year. And then when the time for responsibilities come, instead for me to assume my responsibilities and say I failed, I instead turn around and the one blame, yeah, the picking get own responsibility, the other person get own responsibilities. But guess what? If we go look at the roles, someone always has a bigger responsibility. Now, someone will be like, okay, but why you do overemphasize this person your own responsibility? Why you do overemphasize this person your own responsibility? I don't explain that, and I will explain them again. Whether we like or not, the way society be designed, once two people they come together, one person will always be above. Because by societal norms, if one person know the way they lead, that back and forth will always be. Like I said, when this guy came to you, he was probably excited. He was like he talked. That was showing my room, say, hey, pick anything you want over there. Now say the shake. He was excited. That was the moment for you to start making whatever. Like I need to talk for you, say no do amo. But I just talk, say there was a possibility of you grabbing him and doing something. Now let's consider you did your best. You tried everything possible. And you know, Waka, what was the next responsibility for you? Did you ever warn the public? Did you ever warn our community about this particular person? Did you ever tell us? Did you ever share with us? Did you ever share with us, say, this person na so you dey na so you do. So when he can start caution for social media, una no answer. This person na so you dey na so you do. So when he can start make the kind of una no answer. This person, he like, did you do anything to alert us? when this particular person came out and was insulting other persons and insulting, did you, as somebody who has worked with him, knowing fully well, say, whatever the person did do, it actually affect even your own brand? Did you actually? I don't know. Maybe I'll stop for the read comments because I get distracted a little bit. I want to read comments. I don't want to read comments and things like that. Now the same thing in that. That one say Grand, go and see that. They call me Grand. Oh. It call me Grand. Wait, mean say it already give me that role, especially with big passy, he get for no passy and stuff like that. But then he turns around and tell me to go and sit down. I know if he blames some kind of person they did one. If anybody do to read it, it's the kind of person go get place whoever talk for me. No. If me and the kind of person meet us sometimes, if you ever open him up talk, if you meet everyone, my small brother, but guess what? Because I don't put myself for the place for to read it. Because I don't put myself for the role. Say I go talk about our community, I go do things of our community, I go try to bring the community, I'll try to build our community. It is very, very okay for an ignorant person like him to say whatever they want to say to me. I get family members the way back in the days, even friends them. If you do the kind of thing, they'll find cattle you day. They mash you. I know people also for Cameroon. But guess what? Now me I start telling and say, no. I know if you go about things that way. Now me, I don't choose for put myself on phone microphone and phone camera for talk about these things. If some person don't understand me, if some person know the reason the way why the reason, if some they get right for disagree. And sometimes people can be frustrated and they can insult. But what's my own responsibility for start caution back? That is not my responsibility. My responsibility now for educating. My responsibility now for educating. That is my responsibility. My responsibility now will be a role model. Now the reason they talk say after the beginning don't create all the chaos, we don't create them all this week on all this month. Put out a communique. Hey guys, I know some people might be feeling frustrated about what this guy is doing because you guys know that I spent 3 to 5 years with him. Maybe I should have done something to change him. I apologize for and say during a time with us, we couldn't do anything. We tried our best. We did our best. We sent him to therapy sessions. We did this. We did this. We made him talk with people. We invited bigger artists to talk to him. But he no change. So anyhow, when I see him with the Bekuna, will apologize. How you think I'm? Now, person that way don't put himself on role and he understand the responsibilities. Now the kind of thing that we get for the do. Person we don't put himself on role and understand his responsibilities. Those are the type of things they are supposed to be doing. I go back for that my post again. All right, say, and give me 1 second. The other part for the post, I say, if person really feed dog, then someday that same dog decide for bite you. I laugh, he. Ask yourself what you did not do right, what you didn't do right. When I learn to take responsibility, it will help us fix things sustainably. It will help us fix things sustainably instead of always wanting to push blames. Like I said, it's a common thing in our community. Now, the one thing that way they always happen in our community. Once some situation happen, but why should we have to explain though? Should we address people every time they question us? Another thing that. Why should we have to like that? That's another thing. You don't stay quiet all the while. Even when he talk about you, you will just stay you quiet. Even when he talked about you, you will just stay you quiet. That is a more responsible thing to do. If you don't quiet, it calls you man. Did you even know him insulting somebody like Jovi or Stanley Eno or Fish? Did you know him insulting those persons and you don't even come out to make a statement? It's actually endorsing whatever he's doing. Do you know some of these kids actually admire and still respect these people, even though they are not in good terms or they are not even close? Do you know some of the picking then if he writes on for some place, so you just go write to your own TV and say, I really wish he did not do that. He can't read that, he go delete that thing, or he stop all that nonsense. Because they have respect for you. This one you're really very, very ignorant. I think I'll continue to ignore you. So that's what I'm saying. What I was just saying is now, someone will say, why? By the way, for those who they want run them up or whatever, you see this? I bought the magazine. I don't know the price of the magazine there for the yeah, Hot Gem magazine. For those who they don't know. If I want to tell a story for the magazine, another fight could start. Now you the UAE or na me the UAE. I don't know if now you the UAE or na me the. That's why I keep saying you guys are so ignorant. Some of you guys are so ignorant. The best thing for do, I've actually not respond to now. The best thing for just ignore you. I think the problem we have on this media are typers and typees. Commenters escalate a lot of minor issues to big problem. Very true. The post I made today was a very, very simple post. A very simple post, just pointing out that if at every time there is a problem, the easiest way for solve the problem, now the person is involved for the problem, for first of all, identify their roles. Once you identify your role for the relationship, it is easy for you to identify your responsibility. Once you identify your responsibility for the relationship, guess what? It's easy for you to know, say, okay, now me I make wrong for you now. It didn't mommy and papa for house. They already define a massive what typical African family. Papa, you're working to go out there, work money, feed family, send picking for school, pay picking their fees and all of that. Papa, you roll that. Mommy, you roll now for stay for house, clean house, grow picking them, and do all of that things. Now, two people in this where they already define their roles them. Under that roles, responsibilities in there. If we not chop, we not say na papa responsibility. If we not go school, the drive for school fees, we not say na papa responsibility. If my uniform tear, I carry tell uniform go school, na mommy responsibility because na I get for stitch am. If so, na mommy it is. It's as simple as ABC. The only time we get back and forth for community now when, like I talk, certain people then for certain roles, they don't really understand their responsibility. How you even descend that low for respond to some? Guess what? This whole thing was just still there until you decided to put your mouth in it. This whole thing was just floating. It was just roaming around. It was just a rumor, like until you decide to put your mouth for. Now it don't become a full-blown drama. It don't turn to a full-blown drama. We have so many talented people. And if you look at, by the way, Matt told us something. No, they never ever read. They never ever read. You know the problem we have in the community is now you sabi, I read your comment. The problem we have in the community is the fact that we are so divided. Anytime some person writes on teen, once you realize say he mentions so your role model or so your artist or so your whatever, the first thing you become now, oh man, I can't defend my artist. That's the problem. That's one of the biggest problem we have in the community. Once a situation day, instead for you to really try to understand what my post was so simple. Petit Pay and Sammy Diko, more than 20 years, they need to see eye to eye. If you think, say, the responsibility be there for Sammy Diko, you the joke. The responsibility be there for Petit Pay. Why the responsibility be there for Petit Pay? Now Petit Pay be the star. Now Petit Pay be the mega artist. Now Petit Pay be the boss for the group Sammy Diko be there under Sang Visa. So by the time they get that problem, salute Pierre. By the time they get that problem, the person who feel best help solve that problem. Be then a Petit Pay, no be Sammy Diko. Now, Petit Pay, because he knows, oh, I be star, I be big man, I be everything, he allow him. He did not follow through with his responsibility. Now, after you don't become a full-blown something after 20 years, you turn around and you want to call him a pikin. They be to go there, say, no, 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 ever try come and say a pikin. And it be a pikin. I am Sami Diko, I am an artist. The other example was Giam. Now, Pascal pikin was son and he boss. You understand? People don't say, oh, why Pascal disrespect you? Oh, why Pascal do this? Oh, why Pascal? Why Pascal? I go tell you now every day, every time. The bigger responsibility lies on the head or the shoulders of the person who get the bigger role. Who had the bigger role? Who had the bigger role? Do you imagine say Pascal be do order a crazy soul, a small picking, and then the other person just should do quiet, and then some day be he just call you, say, hey, pretty fair. I know say, but be very, very careful. You never know. Maybe if you see meet up again for fun, maybe some other day if you meet up, or maybe you're picking if you meet up, and picking, or just be very careful. We older persons, we don't live life long enough for gather experience where we don't know say some of these things them, it go pay them for fun. So now our responsibility as the older persons, as the bigger persons, as the person where I don't create record label, as the person where I get to read it, now our responsibility for educate people that do not know about these things. How life do work. No, man. The write-up is simple. As big man, always make a call when this other day. Man, we keep big man aside. Make we keep big man aside. Okay, now you sabi my tell, and that is the problem we have, right? Now the problem that we have. God, even God will make heavens and earth. When he put Adam for you as the first person, he give you the role, right? As now you be first human on earth and this and that. Now you be the leader. Now you be this and that and that. Wait to be the some of the responsibilities where God be give. Go out there and name them. Go out there and name them. Go out there and say, do you want to be cow? Do you want to be sheep? Do you want to be this? And all of that responsibilities. I'll give you another simple example. Adam and Eve. Now Adam first come for the earth. Eve come now later. How many Satan can pass? Go give na Eve apple. And by the time when Satan be give Eve apple, where was Adam? Adam, when God create you, where you were made in God's image, where it means you even get 4 eyes. How manage? Where were you actually when the devil was tempting your wife? You need to work that way. Like I talk, once you understand your role as a bigger person, as an older person, as a leader, as a person where you get all this experience, you don't live these things than before. The responsibilities lie on you for always find a way for fix them. Always find some way for fix them. I don't talk and I'll talk him again. If you ask my opinion, the video he did, for you, a fine video, but for me, you coming to make excuses. Oh, Abigail this. Oh, Abigail that. Oh, Abby. You can't control a course. For talk be easy than done. I don't understand what you mean. Like, I can't control a course. So what you're actually saying is, we can just sit in our community and allow people who want to be drug or whatever. People want to be weed smokers. For allow our community to get destroyed like it don't happen for Noso. What are you guys talking about? What you guys talking about? The title for my talk today now, Roles and Responsibility. Look at what happened for Northwest and Southwest. I'll bring her up. Look at what happened between Northwest and Southwest for the last 8 years. Now so it be start. Now so it be start. We had people who assume certain positions, certain roles. Now, what to be the responsibility as a leader? According to their responsibility, then I say, the man a black leg, on a do it so. The man a this, on a finish it so. Guess what? And then you want to start compare their role and their responsibilities, and the person is the way we want to run away from. You realize it, they even was past that person. That is what happens with leaders. When people put themselves in certain positions where they don't understand responsibilities, nothing now will happen. And it not only then for that level, it even for the level for music and this and that and that. SK na the first artist that we don't come up for record label. Name na the first artist. We don't see different artists them come up for record label. They fight for you, they move sword, but they go for some place, they take picture or then they snap it. Because to an extent, so person there for the way he look himself like I'm a bigger person. I don't decide me the thing end na so, and na so you go end. I don't forgive you, I don't free you. Go and live your life, do whatever thing you want to do. The other person to understand own responsibilities. I be the smaller person, but hey, I get to really humble myself small and then move on. And then move on. We'll see case for Mike Monster and Cliff Entertainment. For our front. Oh, I know. I want more go now. So do I say I want more go now? So, but you know, yeah, for no place for the well. You know, yeah, Mike Monster open him up. Say you want to discipline Cliff, or you want nope. Because even Tawi be the inside Cliff. Even before you come out for Cliff, Tawi come out and whatever, there'll be the tell listening and so life the work. No be so life the work. Now so life the work. Now so now what I talk say, what I would like or not. Yeah, now so my picking. The people that don't born and maybe the people that the village should grow there or for the way they don't spoil it, whatever. Once you decide to take them under your umbrella, it becomes your responsibility to fix them. Now, if you try for fix them and you not fix them, your next responsibility now, what am I supposed to do? Report to the community, start to do damage control every now and then. Because whether you like it or not, some people they attribute the Bikini Kara because he was somebody, I didn't ever know me until now you sign me. We mean now you bring it for limelight. Now you give the visibility we get on today. Now, once I work with a record label way, they start see before they say, okay, no more bring it for America and all of that. So why are you not taking responsibility for all of that? That's why I said for me, the far more better thing you should have done was, hey guys, I see all the way to go on for social media. I see the picky way he cause you now. He don't cause you man. I really be sorry. I really be sorry. I really wish when he was with me, I did my best to change him. But I want to tell you, I say I really try. I really try, but it not be possible. Maybe I will do the one. Maybe I will do one so. Maybe I will do one and so. I the beg una. When I see her all the time, she don't be quiet. I the beg me now, so me all man she don't quiet. When I leave you, when he talk. That is somebody who has spent time with somebody and they know them. That is you educating our community on how to handle that kind of person. You can't talk with you. Talk. They begin to talk at us. I be forcing me, pay me has. I be do the now for those who they comment people that name for comment section. There is a reason why I do the live and I call people that name. When I look, we hardly call people that name them or whatever, because at the end of the day, this is a community conversation. I never call people that name them, but I believe say 80 to 90% of the people that they watch the live, they know the person is the way they talk about. Now, because whether I would like or not, I get to protect their image, no matter whether they're bad or they're good. Out of respect, now why don't you call their names them? When I don't hear, I want to call Jovi name now because now about a positive thing. I want constantly name now about a positive thing. I call Mike Monster name now because now it's a positive thing. Anytime we get for do anything with criticizing somebody or whatever, I know call name. So when you come now for comment section, you put the people their name. What you are technically doing is, if some person from some other community be the watch their life, may you know say this one that the person that they talk to you na bad man or na the person be bad man. So that's on you. It's not on me. By the way, that's another responsibility. Smart, right? No, I'm serious. We can do some of these things. We can write about these people. We can beg. In most cases, you want to protect the person, the identity. Somebody say this is where the problem started. Watch this video. I don't know. I don't know. I watch the video and some man for comment section may ask you. So more end the life in 6 minutes. That I'll be tied to the segment roles and responsibility at the beguna. At the beguna. I think the problem where most of we get and I say most of the position the way we did it today, most of the roles they don't occupy and today, we never even believe, we never ever think and how we grow. I ever tell persons they say, wait to we did today, and if ever believe so we'll get here. I never made plans for any of this. Now, truth I be talks, I want to do the kind of thing, I want to do the kind of thing, I want to do the kind of thing, but I never expected it will become what it is today. So almost everything I do, I learn, I go, I learn, I go, I learn, I go. But the one thing I make sure I do not say, if I see any other person who almost do similar thing to what I do, I make sure say no repeat my mistakes. I make sure say I offer help. If you want to learn, if you want to contribute, if you want to tip a thing, I'll make sure say I go in there and help. Now responsibility for the person where I don't belong. Now responsibility for the role where I don't occupy them. I feel like that is how it should be across the board. Not always look at like, oh, then I'm an artist anymore, I don't get me time. If that artist go out there and is causing problem in other communities, you go for that communities and they ask your name, you say, I come on Cameroon, they say, that Cameroon way the artist become Yeka Kokoshwi. People they talk all the time on social media, how they don't benefit from Samuel Etofisi's name. The rich person play, they ask you say, who's I come? You say Cameroon, they say, oh, Samuel Etofis. You say, yes, oh, Samuel Etofis. They say they buy you chop or they buy you mimbo, or they say, oh, go. So many people they confess. So always look yeah, Nanga Saka, the Damian. Yeah, and trust me, if you listen to the members they talk, you understand that people the way they know their role and they understand their responsibility. All the question they will discuss when I be see me, I know who people know not. I just ask me question, then they go. Anyway, I come from my head, I ask them. If you answer, I get follow up question, ask them. That's me. But when I see how the conversation, because now people they understand saying my role this, now for you my role and my responsibility is this, now for you my responsibilities in. Now your responsibility for identify your role, you be woo for our community. Once you don't identify that role, now go under the role. What be the responsibilities the way it come with this role? You go now, you start to tick okay, now my place will do this, now my place will do that, now my place will do that. Like I said, no be today that Pekin start to insult people. Even time be there for your record label, it be the insult people. Even time you don't. If you never do anything that time, I don't know if you really want Kamkasa tell you how okay. No, just leave them. Now for the other persons in two way. Now last speaking, them call them last speaking, and that last speaking, and that people the way they feel like, oh no. Then I'm a role, then I'm a responsibility because now you be big man. Think again, Think again. Well, there for times now every person in role be very, very important. In as much as this person be get a role for rehabilitate this young man, the only thing way it need be make him possible, way it make it not happen. Now because the other young man to need be understand his own role and responsibility. You need to be understand that they under this person. I get for humble myself. I get for look at them. I get for copy them. They're a very quiet person. They're a very reserved person. They need to go about things like this. They need to go about things like this. They need to shout for public. They need to fight. They only do now music. He be able to understand to say, hey, if the man not open up, teach me, I can just learn by looking at the way they do things. That is the reason why I said roles and responsibilities. We all have these roles and responsibilities. And until we identify them, identify a role, identify our responsibilities, you realize, say, when some situation happen, you say you already know, say, man, I may have fuck up for you. You never see a situation where something happens, somebody say, no, I may wrong. The other man say, no, I may wrong. The other man say, no, na me I wrong, na me. The other man say, no, na me I wrong, na me I wrong. Why? Because say they don't look am from different angle. All man they see still way for fix am for that situation. But we no fix am. Whether I like or not, we are coming from Africa. We are Africans. We are coming from a community where once you be 1 hour, 2 minutes bigger than the next person, it becomes more of your responsibility for make the positive change or for impact our community positively than the person with the younger than you. Thank you very much. Thank every person we watch. If we say something you do not like, Ashia, maybe you twist and throw or you write me inbox or you write our comment section. But if we say something you really like, that is what you should actually run with. Tell someone about to read it. Tell someone about the platform. We get we get in here from time to time and have these wonderful conversations. Like I said, I not come for you to blame any person. I not come for you to blame the person. I not come for you to blame that person. All which I don't explain since now. Now this person in role this. I be really wish he be understanding responsibilities. Now this other person in role this. I really wish he understand his responsibilities. When we start figure out our roles and identify our responsibilities, it go difficult for see online. They argue, they coach, they fight, they do whatever. By the way, my clear the air. Some people then can't write say, oh, now you the blame now the that main man you blame now the oga you now you blame now the oga instead of blame the artist. But for onana case, you the blame na onana. You blame na onana instead of a two. My turn at the difference between onana case and the one. First of all, you never ever see a two come outside can't say me na onana get problem or anything. Even when the interviewee, it is say onana the best guardian. Onana na this, na that. It answer they say they no get no problem. Suited today, na number one that. Number two, when Eto'o became president of Fecafoot, they will go play some game for I think for South Africa, I think against Burundi or whatever. He made a statement inside the locker room. When I so we for community, we start the badge, oh, who be you for talk for adults and like that. You put your hand for your pocket, you talk for adults and camera, they, oh, that. He be talk for that locker room saying, my generation for national team, especially 2000, 2002, 2004, even 2008, we had phenomenal players. We had wonderful players. But I know why we not be win. We not be win because we not be the human man born. It means we not be get character, we not be get love, we not be get solidarity, we not be get some kind of thing amongst we. The last 2 way I could do now for she done for year as president for Fecafoot and leave made that same thing they destroy we. So because of that, I will do everything possible for kick out that mentality, for kick out that lifestyle, for kick out that way of thinking. Now, person that way, he don't recognize a role, he recognize the responsibilities of that role, he recognize say, now that same responsibilities they be ignored in the past. Guess what? Now be destroy their own generation. It make them not be feel do some kind of thing for World Cup. It make them not win more Nations Cup. He say for this generation, I will make sure say it not happen. Guess what our community do? They come, they ignore everything we talk. They start the bashing and bashing. Why were you shouting? Why you be put your hand for your pocket? Why you? But now person, the way, like I said, all he did was identify my role. Now me, I be president for Fecafoot now. Now me, I be the one way to manage and govern football now for the country. And because of that, now my responsibilities in this for make sure they play they go games on time, make sure they play they in one accord, make sure they play they train fine, make sure we get good coach, make sure and I will make sure all that thing they need in place so if we win competitions, if we build a sustainable football team for Cameroon. Yeah. Like I said, roles, responsibility. Roles, responsibility. It will make them so easy for we for not to get some kind of argument them. Go look 98% of the back and forth to get our community. Some person we never even know a role. If they for the one tear Agbogi but waiting for do Kamif, who they for bring her for Kamif, and who they for not bring her for Kamif. What is your role for Kamif? Wait to be even a role for community. Have you been supporting Kamif? Have you been? Not you nobody do am you. Not you nobody do am. But guess what? You can't tell people for Kamif. You don't even know their project. You know the same thing with the interview we had with the members. People they want tell they have a wrong young spot where you don't even know the project. You're not even a registered member. Nothing. Now that's the headache where they happen for our community. And until we figure out roles, responsibility, ma find palava. Now they for fund magazine. Why they put it for funding magazine? Now they answer the question. Now they for fund magazine. Why they put it for funding magazine? Because they don't realize now an artist will impact the community positively. Now a talented artist will impact the community positively. Now an influential artist where if you push things, they don't put it for fund the magazine. One of the finest magazines they will get out of a community. If they don't put you for funding magazine, now you as that artist, will be your responsibility. If you think say one of your responsibilities there for as community leader, maybe for help me plenty people see the magazine, make the magazine sell. Remember, say the more the magazine sell, the more people they see the magazine, the more people they get to know you. Imagine say 1 million of these magazines and sell. Must say 1 billion is sell around the world. It means say your face go be for 1 billion people their table or their house around the world. But guess what? According to some of our artists, no be their responsibility for share the magazine. No be their responsibility. They don't get time. They don't ever do them. But yet, we talk about community building every day. We talk about we are a community. We should support one another. We preach things like support your own and this and this. All this philosophy, the way it's just manipulative. It's just manipulative. If you understand your role, if we all understand our roles, our responsibility, you will not even want to tell. You will not even have to tell somebody, say, do this thing for me. They will do them even before you realize them. Thank you very much. Mbole kind of shout out. Che Frederick, Prince Agbo Gibet. I call names. We have to learn to forgive and forget. We need to build a community. We are one big family. One big family. You see, my timekeeper says 6 minutes. Don't pass. My end the show. Thank you very much. I think they will see you tomorrow on the next one, probably in the morning. Like I said, if I say something you do not like, twist and throw them. If I say something you really like them, think that I wrong time. That is more to that we got out today.